It may be the FIBA break, but there's no rest for the Wildcats. The team happy to be back on the winners list, using their week off to focus on conditioning.
Would have been nice to keep the momentum from the Adelaide game, but gives guys to rest up.
The team prioritising playing their right way and creating momentum as they continue to balance the offensive and defensive loads between players.
I think it's no secret that we play through Bryce a lot, but I think it was probably he was shouldering a lot of the burden offensively, and playing alongside him. Often I just kind of get caught up and like to watch him.
Wagstaff says a lack of energy and work ethic may have contributed to the recent losing streak, but the team is continuing to work hard in practice and do the right things off court. He says a consistency in effort can get them back firing.
Have some consistency with our effort and intensity. I think that goes a long way.
US import Brady Manick found his stride over the weekend. Amidst noise, he should be replaced. Wagstaff says we haven't seen all Brady can do.
Does all the right things at practice. I compete against him in the same position every day. He works hard. He's a great bloke off the court, so just super happy to get the results and see the ball go through the hoop.
Wagstaff still enjoying the challenge of the captaincy amidst lots of personnel changes over the last few years.
We probably went a decade there for same coach, same ownership, kind of business as usual with Trev. Last 3 years has certainly not been like that. 3 coaches, COVID, bit of personnel change. So yeah, it's been different, it's been a challenge, but it's still enjoyable. It's kind of enjoyable both ways.
Mahalia Bowles, ECU News.
Thanks, girls. After 11 months in the job, Steven Gerrard has been sacked as manager of Premier League club Aston Villa. The club announced Gerrard's departure after another disappointing loss to Fulham, 3-0. Villa fans booed and chanted "sacked" in the morning throughout the match, with Gerrard putting on a brave front post-loss, saying he's hopeful he can turn things around.
I'll never ever quit anything, certainly when it comes down to football or anything in life. So,
an hour after this interview, Gerrard was sacked. Villa have won only 2 games this season. Now, West Aussie Cameron Green has been called in to replace Josh Inglis as the Aussies prepare to take on New Zealand in their opening match of the T20 World Cup at the SCG tomorrow. Green will replace his Scorchers teammate after Inglis was ruled out for the tournament due to a freak golf injury. The wicket-keeper batsman was enjoying a day off with teammates on Wednesday when he cut open his hand after his 6-iron club snapped while taking a shot. Australia will be looking to add another trophy to the cabinet following last year's World Cup triumph. Now to basketball, the Cairns Taipans sealed victory overnight to move to the top of the NBL standings. The Taipans defeated Melbourne United by 4 points, led by 26 from Keanu Pinder.
Scott and Pinder and Cairns in front.
In the NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks edged out the Philadelphia 76ers in a close scrap this morning. Giannis Antetokounmpo dominated in the effort with 21 points and 13 rebounds. Now to something a little bit different, pickleball. A host of athletes and celebrities, including NBA legend LeBron James and NFL star Tom Brady, are all in on the emerging paddle sport, buying up expansion teams in the US League. While pickleball still has a way to go here in Australia, it's kicked right off in the US since the pandemic. Pickleball is played on a smaller court than tennis. You have to serve underarm and returners have to let the ball bounce before hitting it cross-court. Because the plastic ball doesn't actually bounce very well, the skill in the game is to volley, but not if you're near the net in the no volley zone or what they call the kitchen. And the sport's origins? Why, it was invented by rich white people, of course. And lastly, to the chess world, it's in a stalemate. American Grandmaster Hans Niemann has filed a defamation lawsuit against world champion Magnus Carlsen and others in a Missouri court on Thursday. The 19-year-old is suing for slander, libel and other allegations. He is seeking at least $100 million in damages. That's all in sport. Back to you, Lauren and Brooke. Please tell me, will you start a social pickleball team with me?